Good afternoon to one and all. Already in my previous video, I just discussed how to calculate the theoretical calculations of our experiment 1 voltage distribution across a insulator string. Okay, so I just go with the practical session now. Okay, so already we discussed each insulator disk, we are assumed it as an capacitors. If we neglect our tower capacitance, whatever the voltage distribution is there, it will be uh, equal. Okay, how many disks you assumed across all the disks, it will be equal. But if you consider this shunt capacitance or tower capacitances, whatever the voltage distributions will be will be differs. Okay, so which is the disk near to our conductor, which is near to our conductor, it have the more stress. Okay, more electric field stress. So due to that stress, there may be a chance of failuring of that particular disk. Okay, we may call it as a failure or puncture. Okay, so we consider this model 3 for our further calculations. Okay. So already we discussed how to apply a KCL at each and every node and calculating the voltages value in terms of the main value V1. Okay, after getting all those things, we substitute in our string efficiency already. Okay, this is our problem statement we are considered from our textbook. One of the prescribed textbook, we have considered this problem statement. Okay, and this is the solution of it. We have to write the code to get the same solution. Okay, the main motto is whatever our whatever the theoretical calculations is there, it must matches our simulation results. That is our main motto. So for that, we just written a small algorithm. That means whatever the input values, either from taking from the user or assigned directly by the programmer. You can consider any of the way. Here I'm just taking from the user line voltage, capacitance factor, and number of disks. Okay. Later, I initialize all the voltages as 0. Okay. Initialize all the voltages as 0. From that, whatever the initial voltage in that array, whatever the first voltage is there, I just assume a particular value. For time being, I am assuming it as 1. Later, I convert the line voltages as phase values because the capacitance voltages, whatever the voltages across capacitors, we mention it as in phase values. That's why I'm converting the line voltages as phase values. Whatever that fraction is there, from that fraction, and already prescribed how to calculate that voltage across a string, we written one for all the disks. Here I'm mentioning the voltage calculation for all the disks. We written one equation. Based upon all those things, we are calculating the voltage across all the disks as well as string efficiency. By that, our program will came to conclusion. So this is the uh, my MATLAB window. Here I go with each and every system. Okay. So okay. So this is my current folder and workspace. Already written. Once I check this program, these are already available variables in this program and corresponding values. Okay, please look at these values once again, because after running our program, whether these values are changing or not, we should came to know. Okay, So this CLC will represents the clearing our command window. Okay, whatever the command window, to clear that command window we use this one. And clear all is for to clear the workspace, because I have to rewritten this efficiency value. To clear these values in workspace, I use this clear all. When coming to this close all, to close the any opened uh, windows or any opened graphs, okay, to close those graphs and windows, I just use the close all. Here I'm taking the line voltage value from the user by using a function input. Okay, whatever the inverted commas, whatever the statement in between these inverted commas, it will be represented in our command window. You may use the line voltage or simply voltage, whatever the thing. The system doesn't consider you written only voltage, all the things in between quotations it won't consider. It just simply displays on your command window. Okay, here I'm considering the line voltage, tower capacitance factor, and n value. Already I know these values from my problem statement, so simply I'm just places and assigning the voltage values. Okay, assigning the zeros for all the voltage values up to the zero. Sorry, up to the number of disk. Depending upon the number of disk, the size of the matrix will be dependent. So this is zeros of is a function which provides the row matrix, which provides the null matrix. This 1 comma n represents the size of the matrix. Here 1 comma n represents your row matrix, rows and columns. Okay, so how we v of 1, whatever the first element of your v matrix is there, we are assuming 1 for our calculation purpose. And already we see how we derive this equation. Okay, v of I equals to v of I minus 1 into plus k into sum of all the values. Here the sum represents, the function sum represents sum of all the um, values in the matrices. Okay, v of 1, v of 2, v of 3, some of the values in the matrices here. This run for all the disks from second to last end. Okay, second disk to nth disk, we calculating all the voltages here. Okay, so up to now we are calculating the line voltages. We are converting these line voltages into phase voltages by using a factor. Otherwise, if anybody interested, if you anybody want to try, here itself you may convert this one into an phase voltage. But to calculate your v value, v1 value, you should divide it with sum of v. Okay, even though you remove this line voltage divided by square root of 3, directly you may consider phase voltage divided by sum of v. But again you have to use one more statement, that will be the headache for you. So that's why in the factor I just consider line voltage divided by square root of 3 into sum of all the voltages. Here this sum will be represented the zeroth matrix. Here each and every value will be replaced na? So those sum. Once I got this factor and v1 value, v matrices, I just multiplying each and every one. When coming to this factor itself, my v1 value, here this factor itself my v1 value, that's why I'm simply multiplying with 1. Otherwise, if anybody interested of placing some other 2, you must modify that 2 value also. You must consider that 2 value also. We will check that one also, no problem. Again I'm simply returning the efficiency formula. So already I know that whatever the voltage near to the conductor having the maximum voltage. So instead of considering the V3 or V4, because I'm writing this code for all the disks, okay, for n number of disks. So I've just considered only the maximum of voltages. So here please remember, initially assign the variable of small v for calculating the phase voltages of disk, sorry, line voltages of the disk, whereas voltages is the phase voltages. When you multiplied this factor, it becomes the phase voltages. Okay. I'm calculating the phase voltages here, and I'm displaying the variables voltages and string efficiency by using the display function here. Okay, display function here. So I'm running the code. So when I click on this run button, the first statement runs and waits for my input. So that is 33 kV. So already I mentioned that value must be in kV itself. If you mention 33,000 again, it will be headache, another issue. So try to mention. So I'm giving the capacitance factor 0.11 and number of discs as 3. So I got my values. Okay, I got my values. Again, I want to check if I modify the capacitance factor. Here I'm just modifying the capacitance factor. Previously the efficiency is, I'm just considering the efficiency right now, 85. Okay, now the efficiency is declined to 78%. So the capacitance factor must be low with a certain limit. Okay, now I'm modifying my code in such a way that whatever this v1 is there, I'm just modifying it as 2. I'm not changing remaining other values. Okay, I'm not changing remaining other values. Just we will see how it will be resembles. So I'm giving it as 33 kb, 0.11, and number of discs as 3. Okay, so there is no issue whatever the value you are assuming here, because already, so whatever the 2 you may consider, depending upon your v1, sorry, v2, v3 values will be getting, and based upon that you are going to divide with the sum, and you are multiplying the factor with it. So there is no issue which value you are assuming here, v1 or v1 as 2, 1 2 3, but there is only one restriction. You should assuming only v1. You can't assuming v2 or v3 or v4. You should assume the first value, v1 value. Okay, that is only the main criteria. I think you may understand up to this point. Here one more change we can do. I mean, I just mentioned what are the scopes for changing the code. Okay. So whatever the names you mention, all the things, there is no issue. But once you define, you should follow the same notation for In all the cases you should follow the same notation. Okay, so here there is a no need of square root of 3, but they need an factor multiplication because we have to calculate the sum, and from that sum we are calculating this b. So again I'm running the code. I'm just initial itself I'm converting this line voltage as phase voltages. Please wait until this please wait until your run button will completely so giving 33 0.11. So because already I know these values, that's why I'm giving again the same values for my calculation. So whatever these values are got, the same values I'm getting. So there is no issue which value you are considering, or if you initially converting this line voltage into phase voltages, so there is no issue at all. So please go through it. So once we run our code, already we saw. So we run our code and we just simply compare. So in theoretical I got it as 5.52, but in simulation I got these values. So approximately, not approximately, up to 99% I got the same values. 99%, because due to the simulation I got up to the 4 digits, 4 decimal points. Okay, otherwise when I round off it is both are same. The same thing if I run on my mobile phone, MATLAB mobile, the same thing I got. So there is no issue with respect to the voltage, I mean mobiles or in desktop, both will be the same. So please go through this one. If you are facing any issues or any queries, you can contact.